afternoon to you. This is Youth Empowerment Television Show, your most educative youth analysis program. We're live not just inside the studios of Pan African TV, but we are also live across the African continent. And let me say a very good afternoon to my dad. He's watching me all the way in Koforidua. He returned from the UK. It's almost a month or two now. Dakweku, you are watching me in Koforidua right now. A big greetings to you, and thank you so much. I mean, he's such a supportive pillar in my life. I remember in my university days how I had to worry him for my fees and all of that, and I owe him a great deal of my success. And he's watching me live. He's in Ghana. He's in Koforidua at the moment. My guest is already seated. As usual, we told you we are going to be running series of how the COVID-19 is affecting most of our situations we have in Africa, especially in Ghana. Our students, how they are being affected by all of this. Now, when we say young people, it covers a whole wide range. If you're watching us on Facebook, don't forget to drop your messages. We'll read your messages for you on Facebook. If you're watching us also on your digital TV or multi-TV, on satellite TV, this is Pan African TV. And like I did the last time when we met here, I'm going to give you a breakdown of the COVID-19 and the situation as we have in Africa now. So I'm giving you COVID-19 cases as we have recorded in Africa now. Now, the COVID-19 in Algeria, Algeria has recorded 847 COVID-19 cases. Angola has recorded, as of today, 7 cases. Benin has recorded 13 cases. Botswana has recorded 4 cases. Burkina Faso has recorded 282 cases. Burundi has recorded 2 cases. Previously, we had Burundi has recorded no case, but I think the test kits are in. They have 2 cases. Cameroon has 284 cases. Cape Verde has 6 cases. Central African Republic has 8 corona cases. Chad has 7 cases. Now, Comoros is one of the only African countries who has no COVID-19 case. Congo Republic has 22 COVID-19 cases. Congo Democratic Republic has 123 cases. Cote d'Ivoire has 190 cases. Djibouti has 33 cases. Egypt has 700. Now, Egypt has 779. Don't forget, Egypt was the first African country to record the COVID-19. Equatorial Guinea has 15 COVID-19 cases. Eritrea has 18. Eswatini has 9. Ethiopia has 29. Gabon has 18. Gambia has 14. Gambia has 4. Sorry. Ghana, as of today, has 195. Guinea has 31. Guinea-Bissau has 8. Kenya has 81. Let's also put on record that Lesotho has 0 case. Lesotho has 0 COVID-19 cases. Liberia has 6 cases. Libya has 10 cases. Madagascar has 57 cases. And also, good news for Malawi. The Malawians have 0 case of COVID-19. Mali has 28 cases. Mauritania has 6 cases. Mauritius has 161 cases. Mozambique has 10 cases. Namibia has 13 cases. Niger has 74 cases. Nigeria has 174 cases. Rwanda has 82 cases. And a place I love so much aside Ghana is Sao Tome and Principe. Sao Tome and Principe, beautiful holiday destination. They have 0 case recorded. Senegal has 190. Seychelles has 10. Sierra Leone has 2. And Somalia has 5. South Africa has 1,380. This is the African breakdown of the COVID-19 situation. As usual, we are supposed to educate you so much. Now, I want to take a quick break. When I come back, I'm going to give you some few world statistics so far as the COVID-19 is concerned. Now, the breaking news is that US has overtaken China. US has overtaken Italy in the COVID-19 spread. US recorded many deaths, many COVID-19 infections. I'll be back after the break to give you the US breakdown. Then I'll introduce my guest. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
I'd always known that I wanted to be a fashion designer. As a little girl, I'd be found looking at the patterns and designs of clothes, but to people, this was only a childish dream. But I knew that I had to be part of the fashion world, and so I had to make a choice. During my admission process, I spoke to the counselor at the SFD, and I knew immediately that I was at the right place, a place that could take my imagination and dreams into a reality.
My favorite part about studying SFD is that the classroom is not the only place where we learn about fashion and design. We organize fashion shows, we attend fashion events, which become a part of our learning process.
We work in a dedicated lab with a special card machine. I can design and print my own design on a garment using the card machine.
Our performance in the college is evaluated on the basis of what we learn in these outside events. And no, I am not complaining at all because I love attending these shows with my classmates and especially with my friends.
At Blue Crest School of Fashion and Design, I've learned about the different ways in which an ordinary piece of fabric can be used to create beautiful design.
The program structure and lessons allows me to be creative and know the diverse areas in the fashion world. My classmates, who are equally talented, help me in this avenue.
I did not know that there were so many techniques and ways in which we can completely transform our everyday clothes into something extraordinary and unique. I am learning something new here every day at SFD.
I don't think I would have learned so many things by undergoing an online course or a distance learning program in my subjects.
Now, I'm confident to say that I can open a brand of my own.
Your career is a ladder that leads you all the way to the top. Practically, all your dreams and aspirations of getting into management or even becoming a successful entrepreneur are hinged on your career success. Today, universities and colleges are churning out yearly more and more graduates just like you, all of whom are going to compete in the same industries for the same jobs. This means more graduates stepping over each other for fewer jobs. The good news? The right education can make you more employable in a job market that is increasingly competitive. You can stand out amongst your peers with a Blue Crest education, an education that understands the needs and challenges of the job market and prepares you ahead through progressive and inclusive learning. Our students are given the creative freedom that encourages personal development and are offered on-field opportunities for professional growth. Acquiring a Blue Crest education means being guided to identify and pursue your interest in fashion, ICT, business and journalism, and using the skills acquired in the course of learning to prepare yourself for life. Don't be indifferent to your education. Your career depends on it. Enroll at Blue Crest College today. Visit www.bluecrest.edu.gh.
Welcome back from the break. Like we've been doing, this is the only television program you can find on the African continent that seeks to educate and empower young people. Before we went on the break, I was giving you a breakdown of what it looks like so far as the COVID-19 is concerned. I gave you the African breakdown. I would want to give you the world breakdown as at now. It's very scary. I mean, it's scary moments, but we are doing our best to give you the statistics as it is. United States of America. Before that, let me tell you that currently the whole world, all COVID-19s, including Ghana, the whole world put together, it looks quite worrying. We are hitting 1 million very soon if we don't take time of COVID-19 infections or cases. Don't forget that United States is leading with 188,172 infections. United States is leading the world with 188,172 And out of this, 3,873 people have lost their lives. They have kicked the bucket. The whole world, we have 856,918 cases. And so far, the number of people that have died in the whole world of COVID-19 put together, we have had 41,000 people dying. Over 41,998 people have lost their lives to COVID-19. Italy is second. Now, China is gradually going down. Looks like the world is overtaking China. All of a sudden, China won, thinks life is back to normal, and is making a lot of people ask a lot of questions. How did China do this? Wow. Your thoughts are just good as mine. Italy has 105,792 cases, and 12,000 people have lost their lives in Italy. 12,428 people have died from COVID-19. Spain is second. So it looks like China even has lost a third place to Spain. Spain has 95,923 people getting infected, and 8,464 people have lost their life. China is third with 82,279 infections, and 3,309 persons have died. Germany has 71,808 cases, and 775 people have lost their lives. If I look at this, I just thank God for my life, because I was in Italy, I was in Spain, I was in Germany, and these are all very infected areas, and we are just praying. Now, if you're watching us, just make sure that from Pan African TV, we are telling you to keep very safe. Now, let me give you some tips for today. Now, stay home, stop COVID-19 spread, and save lives. COVID-19 is a deadly disease. Stay home and only go out if absolutely necessary. And so if you know you are not part, or you are not going to do some of the exempted things the government has announced, Restriction of Impositions Act 2020, as Parliament had passed it to allow President impose some restrictions on its citizens. If you don't have an exemption to this, please stay home. The virus does not move. It is human beings that move to get the virus. So please be very, very cautious, and then stay home. If you're watching me at home, on Facebook, everywhere, at work, make sure you send your messages coming so that I read it for you. My guest is already seated. Yeboah Nketia Enim, and Yeboah is a student of the University of Development Studies, UDS Tamale campus. Today we are doing two things. One, we are going to have his views, particularly on whether or not the e-learning as universities are trying to introduce to help lectures still go on, to help assignments still go on. Is Ghana really doing well in this lockdown for students? Don't forget that in Hungary, last time I spoke to some students in Germany and in Hungary live on TV, and I asked them if school is still going on. They said they have developed some e-learning internet or e-learning platforms where lectures, academic works are still going on. I want to ask if Ghana we still have the same thing going on, and my guest already is seated. Yeboah Nketia Enim is from University of Development Studies, Tamale campus, and he looks very disciplined, well composed, and I pray he goes for an S-House president and wins eventually. Yeboah, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Such a pleasure to have you on our show. Yeboah, what is your thought about COVID-19 generally before we move to the substantive show?
All right. Good afternoon once again to yourself, and good afternoon to all students of UDS.
Yeah.
On your question, the COVID-19, I think it's very unfortunate that we have to experience in this. I must say that it has really affected a lot of activities, especially with students. On 16th March, all the universities had to be shut down because of the outbreak. And I think it's for the best that we had to come home. Now, about the effects of it, I think since I came home, I've been having interactions with my students, and a lot of them, seem to be very uncomfortable with the fact that they are home and their parents, being on their necks, what have you. But I do believe that the safety of our students is very, very important, because we are the future leaders, and we need to, as much as possible, be safe. Now, your question is also on the e-learning. Yeah. Now, my own personal view, I really think that Ghana, we are currently not there yet. We are currently not there, especially look at the situation we find ourselves in. Most of the students or most of the universities, are where the trimester was started, the academic calendar was for this classroom, one-on-one interactions with the lecturers. But unfortunately, this had to happen. But 3 days ago, the Minister of Education, he said something that even if we stop writing exams for this period, nothing will happen to Ghana. If we close down the university and its activities, nothing will happen. Like the president said in his speech on the 16th of March, like he said, it is very important that we shut down all the activities, because right now there are people in the rural areas who don't have access to good internet connectivity. Yeah. Now, how are they going to enjoy this platform? How are they going to benefit from this online teaching? Yeah. You get it? There are people who don't have laptops. I know, but for my university, there are people who don't have good smartphones, who don't have laptops. Yeah. How are they going to benefit?
Even in the university level, people don't have laptops, good smartphones.
Of course,
smartphones.
I'm telling you. You get it? How are these people going to benefit from it? And whilst we are trying to solve this thing, or we are trying to find a remedy to the situation, we must not discriminate against anybody. You understand? I think if we need to find measures that all persons can benefit from the implementation. You understand? And there are a lot of factors. Personally, there are a lot of factors that I believe that this thing, this implementation should not go on. Let's hold on the activities of this online teaching and learning, because the advantages outweighs the advantages. The disadvantage outweighs the advantages. You get it. So as much as possible, let's hold on that, and let's close down the activities.
Okay.
Let's shut the activities
Okay. Let me remind viewers that you can send your contribution and thoughts on 0548503799, 0548503799. Send your messages coming through on 0548503799. You can find the number just below your screen. Send your messages coming. If you want to send WhatsApp message, fine. If you want to send a text message, send it also on the 0548503799. We are going to read your messages for you, no matter how many it is. This is your show, so we'll read it for you. If you're watching us also on Facebook, just drop a comment. We'll read your messages from the comments section. If you're watching me and you have my personal phone number too, you can send your messages coming through, and I'll read for you. Some few messages are coming. I'm watching you today. I miss you. Albie, thank you so much for watching me. I hope you're doing very well and you're keeping yourself very, very safe. This one says that I'm Dixon Akele, watching you from Nigeria. Okay, Dixon, thank you so much for watching us all the way in Nigeria. This one says that from Kelvin, will this internet learning help kids to pass their exam? That's a very important question. We hope we can get answers. We are doing our best to reach the Minister of Education. If we are able, we'll let you guys know very soon. Good afternoon, boss. You didn't bring the message coming through. Enoch A. Tokoli from Sege Ada. He says, how much is Togo? Hey, boss. I'm Rama from Sempa. The program is nice. Pan-African is the best. Thank you so much. This one says that Kofi Bible Atsunyane, let us be self-reliant, I think. Self-reliant, and stop challenging the government to save lives. What about senior high schools? Okay. Good afternoon, sir. Where did you buy your shirt? I wouldn't. My shirt, it's just a normal shirt. I beg you. Okay, on Facebook we have Iron N Gun. She says wow. Okay, those watching us on Facebook too, you can drop your messages coming through so that we can read it. Zita also is watching us. Thank you so much, Zita. God bless you. This one also says that I miss you from Efijasi. Boss, is everything all right? Okay, Chairman, let's be very honest. Can you say the government has failed so far as this lockdown period is concerned, without developing any system or software to ensure that people can learn electronically without necessarily having face-to-face contact? Because the buck still stops at the government. You stop the education, and the minister says that Legon has issued a statement that they are going to have e-learning platform lectures to go on. I tell you that nothing is happening in Legon. They will tell you lectures. You go to the e-learning platform and they tell you host loading, meaning the lecture is load. Lecture that must start at 2. It will be load. I don't know about your experience at your school, but it will load. Either the lecture doesn't come or nothing happens, and the academic calendar is still going. I had a complaint also, not a complaint, because when students or when young people realize that your platform is a big platform for them, they do their best to ensure that. Is it like, hello, can you imagine what is happening in UPSA? Our school fees keep increasing with penalties. How are students supposed to go out and pay? Parents are not making enough now, yet penalty is increasing every week in this lockdown. Please, we need some of you to help us. Students in rural areas can't access the virtual learning system. Beautiful. You are introducing virtual learning platforms when you know you are a university where your platform or your students cut across. It means that if a student, because the admission process does not discriminate a student in Amwana Praso, the admission process does not disadvantage a student in Jene, a student in Zulezu, a student in Fancheneko. So if you are a university and you are developing e-learning platforms, and you know certain areas do not have access to internet, there are still some small towns that do not have access where to electricity, not to talk of how do you call it, internet. So I think the universities should start thinking about how we can get a system whereby if you do not have an e-learning platform, you can still have lectures, you can still submit assignment, you can still write your test. When we were doing, when the government was introducing the digital address system, the government, because it cares and thinks about people, and cares and thinks about people in rural areas and deprived communities, the government introduced short codes where you can get access to the digital address platforms. Even when you want to buy prepaid and you do not have the ECG app now, you can test to a short code and you can get access to buy your prepaid. Why can't certain big universities, why can't certain big institutions develop a particular short code where students in deprived communities, where students who do not even have access to internet but they have smartphones, or those who do not even have smartphones but have a contract with the university to be taught? Why can't there be a short code where the students can even type maybe hashtag 130, 140 and can get slides or can get access to read certain things? But you do not introduce an e-learning platform and do not care about your students who are in deprived communities who may not have access to internet, smartphones on your learning platforms. Yet you are taking school fees and charging penalties. We call on every institution, whether government or private, that when you are introducing e-learning platforms, when you are introducing e-learning opportunities for students to get access to learning material, for students to submit their IAs, to submit their midterms, to submit their assignment, kindly we are begging you, think about students or young people who are in deprived communities, who do not have access to internet because there's a lockdown. And so if they are in your institution, and I'm talking about all institutions, if they are in your institution and possibly where they live is in Amwana Praso or Jinijini or Fanchiniko or areas where electricity or network even is a problem, they need to climb mountains before they can even get a J, not to talk of a E. So please, we know this is a very big platform and they are watching, because I have here a letter one of the institutions wrote to their students, and official notice from Director of Academic Affairs. Management has taken note that student representative council, then, based on this, then, please, when you are introducing an e-learning platform, please think of students in deprived communities. It is very, very important. Let me read some messages and I come back to Senior in the studio. Good afternoon to you and your guests. My problem is with the name of your guests, the name of your guest school. The right name is University of Development Studies, the University for Development Studies, not University of Development Studies. And Michael, watching from Bolga, thank you. Thank you for the correction, Michael. God bless you. Abdullahi Abanga, a student of Tamale Teaching take your time when the... Okay, Tamale Technical University. I don't think that the e-learning will help us anyway. Please, we plead with the education minister. This is Adam Tema. In fact, this is very fantastic. Please take time when you are sending this message. I'm sure you want to say, but it will never help. As my brother just said, because many people don't even have smartphones. Talking about laptops. Ghana, we still need grit. Okay, this one says that Ghana education is shaking. My God, you didn't bring your name and everything. This one says that, hi, I'm Harris from UDS. Tell the name, is it Nayan? Nayan, okay. Tell my Nayan that we are proud of him, but the e-learning will not help us at all. It will not help all of us. Not all of us have smartphones and also electricity in our villages. Okay. Good afternoon. Please talk on our behalf. Valley View University Sandwich students are suffering because e-learning will not help us. Okay. Hi, this is Apia. I'm watching you live from Tema. Please keep the fire burning. This is Enoch. This is Enoch A. Tokoli from Sega Ada. From Sega Ada, how much is Togo in COVID-19? I'm sure you want to say how many cases of COVID-19 has Togo recorded. I'll try and get it back to you. Good afternoon. Please talk on our behalf. Valley View University. Okay, wow. All they think about is the school fees. Why? They are worrying you of school fees in this lockdown period. Well, certain places, the US, the government allocated over $3 trillion or so. They are paying people $1,000 for staying at home. We pray it get better in Ghana. I know we have a listening government, so they will do something about it. I'm watching you live from Sehi. Sehi Deboa say, when are we the Form 3s going back to school? I'm super. Okay. This one says that I am Beyuya Ibrahim from Jijin. I thanks you. Okay, I think I have to edit this. I thank you for giving us this opportunity. How about those that cannot afford data for us to be able to cooperate on the indicated platforms? It looks like some of our mates in the cities have an upper hand over us, and this is bad. I'm even crying. This one says that I'm Mariama from Pando. Please, when are the SHS students going back to school? I don't think even let me keep quiet. I don't think they even know themselves. This is Ajike Nepita. I'm watching you from Upper East Region. I enjoy your show. God bless you for your program. Keep it up. I'm Eugene from University of Education, Winneba. I think Ghana is not serious about the pandemic. The necessary action didn't take place early. I think government has done well because for the intervention, that's my personal view, my own view. I think the government is doing very well. Dr. Okoboy, government spokesperson, is doing extremely fantastic on this particular COVID-19 situations. Okay, this one says that I am Takora Saddam, a student of UDS Tamale. COVID-19 has come to expose the various weakness in every aspect of our system, from agriculture to education to finance. Post COVID-19 should be a time for us to turn things around. We need to strengthen our fundamentals before we think of big stuff. So I'll read two last messages you have sent, then we just go to our discussion. I'm Emmanuel Ayamdo. I'm watching you live from Kaswa. Imachale, what's up? Ayamdo. All right. I'm really enjoying your show. I salute your guest, Chairman Nayan from Stewart, Kumasi. Chairman,
I think you asked the question. Has the government failed?
Yes.
I think it's about time that as a country we begin to take things very serious in terms of our education. Unfortunately, we had not put in the right measures earlier. If by now certain measures were put in place, I don't think this outbreak would have been a problem.
You think the government acted a bit too late?
Yes, in terms with the academics, I think if like some years ago, previous administrations were putting more effort and ensuring that education in this country becomes a better one, I think, we wouldn't be where we are now. Where now
that's why we
have
voted against the previous government. So
of course.
What about this government? Have they tried?
Well, they've done well. I think that the president's directive from the 16th to date, they've been on point. But I think we the citizens are the ones, we are failing the president. I think yesterday, or is it today, I was watching UTV and I realized a lot of people are still in town. A lot of people are still in town. They always have an excuse that I'm a widow, I'm that. But you see, the most important thing is you being safe. It's you being safe. You get it. If today you contract or you get infected with this disease, and you go back home, you are likely to infect your sisters, your brothers, or your children.
Yes.
You get, so the most important thing is we being safe. You get it. So I think that the president has done well. The president has done, but I don't want us to rush this education thing. Let's do broader consultation. Let's involve the students more, the student leaders. Let's involve them more. Because as it stands now, I'm not for this online teaching.
So what are you for? We should stop schooling till...
Let's halt all the activities for now. Let's halt all the activities for now until we know because
as your institution, your school, University for Development Studies, Tamale campus, is there any e-learning platform?
Well, as far as I know, we don't have any platform.
So how do you get lecture notes? They put it on WhatsApp platforms?
Yes. So even in school, after lectures, the course reps take the slides. Either they'll send it to a student through Telegram or WhatsApp. So that's how we get.
So currently, what's happening?
Currently, everything is on hold.
Okay, so University of Development Studies Development Studies, lectures, everything is on hold.
Everything's on hold.
Wow. If you're watching us, don't forget to send your messages through on 0548503799, 0548503799. Send your Facebook messages on the comment section. We'll read it for you as the show goes on. My friends are telling me, Charlie, I'm on fire too much. It's a bit relaxed. When you are getting a bit nationalistic, sometimes these things hurt because the students trust you. They tell you more of their problems, and so we tend to channel it. I want to ask you this particular question. Do you think currently there should be a way NUCS can petition education minister, because all the students that came into contact, especially with University of Ghana, all the students that came into contact with the COVID-19 lady who tested positive, all of them have been negative. Do you think when students are in school enclosed, whether at home, and the right precautions are taken, lectures can still go? Do you think maybe after the 2 weeks school should be open?
Well, do I think school should be open after 2 weeks? I think my personal view, I think no. You see, I'm very much aware of the fact that some people or some students do go home once in a while.
Yeah.
You get it. And
most are even non-residential.
Of course, and they are non-residential students too. You get it. And you don't know who may get in contact with who. You get it.
Yeah.
Now, the lecture rooms are such that we sit close to each other.
Yeah.
You get it. So if one person get in contact with someone who's infected and gets the illness and comes to class, comes to lectures, there's a tendency that more than 1 or 2 people would get the disease from that person.
Yes, a very high risk. Yeah.
So the risk is very high. So as much as possible, let's hold on other activities. So we are very certain that the disease is no longer there. Even post the how do you call it? After the outbreak, after everything has been resolved.
Yeah.
I think we still have to adhere to the measures until we are very sure that it's no longer in the system.
Very well. His Excellency the President of the National Union of Ghana Students sent a very good message, and for height, when he sends such messages, you can tell that it means you are doing well. He says that Nayan is a fantastic guy. I wish him well. He's a scientist. He can help with our underdog COVID. So that brings me to this. Chinese students were part of the research on COVID-19. If you go to US, students are taking part in COVID-19. You're a scientist.
Yes. I'm studying Doctor of Medical Laboratory Science.
You are?
I'm studying Doctor of Medical Laboratory Science.
So it means that you'll be a medical doctor?
No, I'll be
a doctor with at the lab.
Yeah.
So it means that you people are the one that can test, can look at these vaccines and all of that.
Yes, more
or
less.
Our professors, we have them. The professors who teach us, professor in science in lab. Can they find a vaccine to this?
I think you know, they can. A lot is being happening. You know, a lot is happening behind the scene. A lot is being happening behind the scene. But I see, right now, as it stands now, the most important thing is that let's caution our students.
We are doing that. Can the professors, who sometimes you do an assignment and you are told you are good for nothing, can they bring any vaccine? What you are a scientist, can they bring any solution?
Oh yeah, they can. Of course, they should.
Because it looks like Ghana is not talking about getting any vaccine that can vaccinate us and get us safe. All we are thinking about stay home. Don't we have scientists in Ghana?
Oh, we do. What
are they doing?
I think they are working on it. They are working on that. I think
Ghana is working on it.
Oh, of course.
I don't want the herbal is good, but we don't want to hear. We have gotten a herbal medicine. It can COVID-19.
Well, I'm aware that China, when they identified the genome.
Okay, I'll get back to you. Please, we are opening the phone lines right now. You can call to contribute on the show. Before he concludes, I from the messages I'm getting, I think you should consider going for SLC president in your school, because the qualities of answering the questions, the personality. I think when please producers, let's open the phone lines for phone in, but I'll be hitting him to contest, and let me see if he has some fantastic plans for his institution, because somebody who thinks about his school, sitting here on behalf of the students and asking for their needs to be done. This is such a fantastic personality who I think we should support. So we'll come to that, but make sure you call the phone lines that we put below the screen. Share your views on what you think of the COVID-19 on our educational system. The phone lines are open now.
All right, so yes, the question, if I have any intentions.
Yes, I'm saying that you said China is doing a research on the COVID-19.
Yes. Yeah. So China, they brought out the genome, and they shared it worldwide, so that, you know, as soon as possible, the scientists.
They brought what? Gina?
No, the genome.
Sometimes your science words, try to break it down for us.
So basically, the virus.
Yes.
The vaccines that can
fight it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get it. So they've released it worldwide, so that other scientists around the world can help, you know, quickly develop vaccines so that we can fight.
But have they developed vaccines?
Yes,
China,
I understand they have, but you know, you need to test it before you can.
I hear
China.
US and China has the vaccine,
but it's still they're still being tested.
I saw an article. I don't want to believe it. I hear they want to test the vaccines on Africans. I don't want to believe it's true, but if that is true, then it needs to be stopped, because the whole of Africa, if you put the number of death cases we have recorded, Africa has recorded about just 23 death cases put together. You know, so if they have any place to try those vaccines, if true, I think it should be US, China, or Italy.
Well, I don't think so. But I'm aware that US and China, they currently have it, and they are about testing, but to take a while because it needs to go through a lot of processes before they are certain that it can actually cure the
wow.
disease.
Let's talk about you. Tell us about you personally. Such an affable gentleman.
All right, so like I said, I'm Yabo Nketiah. I'm popularly referred to as Nayan on campus. I really enjoy fighting for students. I think it's very important that, you know, somebody stands up and mans up to the authorities, and let them understand that, look, there are real concerns happening. On my campus, there are a lot of challenges that we are facing, and I think it's about time that, you know, we as students begin to understand that the fight it's up to us. We shouldn't leave it onto just one person. You get it? Yeah. Some people do have self-interest.
Yeah,
and, I've come to realize that there are some people that they tend to, you know, drift away from what they say they will do. So I think it's very important that we collectively understand that what we are facing is a big challenge that affects all of us, and we all need to stand up. First, get right leaders, people who we know can actually do what they're saying they will do, and let's support them. Yeah. You see, on my campus sometimes I realize that after electing leaders, that's all, and we just go back to our WhatsApp and just be commenting. But I think it's about time that we all come on board, rally behind our leaders. And let's fight for the very things that
I'm reminding you that we've opened the phone line so you can call us so that we can share your contribution or what you think is happening in our country. This show is for every young person. You can be old, but if you have a young heart, make sure you contribute to this program. If you're an adult, you can share your advice to young people who are watching us.
So, like I said, I strongly believe that together, if we all come on board, we can actually make.
For example, if you are elected as maybe president of the SRC, what would you do differently?
What would I do differently? First of all, I'm going to have a meeting with the entire student.
Okay, I'll get back to you. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. You're live on Ghana's biggest television platform now. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon. Please turn down the volume of your TV set and let's speak on phone. How are you?
Yeah, good afternoon.
All right, let's hear you, sir.
Yes, so I want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to you and your guests. At least I've been enjoying your conversations, and I just want to have a word or two to share with you.
All right.
Yes, but first of all, let me say.
Okay. Unfortunately, we have lost the caller. I mean, send your messages coming through. You were saying you have a meeting with your students.
Yes, I think first of all we need to have a meeting with them. Let them understand what we need to be fighting for. You see, I'm not a leader. I don't want to be a leader where I want to do things all by myself. I want to let them understand what.
So one, involvement of students.
Two, advocacy. Because if we have that backing, we can then fight for the things that we want.
Yeah.
On my campus, there are a lot of challenges that we are facing. Lecture halls.
Hello.
Okay, we have another call on the line. Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you are calling from?
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you are calling from? Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you are calling from? If my producers can work on the phone lines, it looks like we are losing some of our callers. Please call us on the numbers you find on your screen. They are working on it, so you can call us and join the conversation.
Like I was saying, on my campus, there are a lot of challenges that we are facing. Our classrooms, they are not in good shape.
The classrooms are not in good shape.
They're not in good shape. We are more than the class.
So what would you do? You are going to buy new furniture?
No. I can't use the SRC money to go buy.
So what would you
do? But we are going to fight for.
So far as you pay school fees.
So far as you are paying fees, because management, when it's time to collect the money, they are very, very aggressive. Do you understand? So we equally need to, but I'm not going to say we are going to demonstrate
aggressively demand,
we are aggressively going to demand for these things, because these are the things
you don't have enough good chairs, but you have good air conditions in your classroom.
Oh no. The classrooms are not enough. You can't contain. They have air conditions. No, some classrooms do have. You get it? Some classrooms do have. But you see, maintenance culture is one thing that
Your school does not maintain their facilities?
Not that. Okay, yes.
Hello, do we have a call on the line? Hello, good afternoon. Hello? Okay, so please keep calling the numbers we have on your screen. We'll be speaking to you, so make sure you call and enjoy the show with us.
There's a need to maintain, because I've realized that more often than not, we fans and ACs that we acquire,
we don't take care of it.
We don't take care of it. You get it. So there's a need for us to take very good care of the facilities that we have.
Okay. What next?
Now the other things has to do with our social amenities.
Okay. We have a call on the line. Hello. Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon. Please, I'm Elizabeth calling from Nungwa.
Okay, Elizabeth in Nungwa. Charlie, how are you doing with this lockdown? Are you safe?
Yes, please. I said, but we are pleading with the Ghanaians to stay at home so that it can help all of us.
We should do what? We should stay at home.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll stay at home. But we are praying that after people finish donating to the COVID-19 fund, the government can share the money. Everybody at least 1,000 Ghana. We are praying we get there. Thank you so much. Keep calling the numbers on your screen and say a word to people watching us on Pan African TV.
So, like I was saying, our social amenities. I think I think it's about time that my university we get a market on campus, because it's very difficult sometimes having to go all the way to town. And
there's no
we don't have
market.
we don't have any market on our campus.
Where you can get foodstuffs.
No, we don't have it.
They don't allow it, or people, when they do it, people won't buy.
Well, it's not that I'm actually yet to get the fact of it, but we don't have any market on campus, and you see we have to go all the way to town, and it's quite a distance. So that's one thing that I'm going to fight for when given the opportunity.
Wow. Let me read some few. I think some of your students have some messages here, and we do this show with our viewers. We do not just come here talk. So you can call the phone lines or send us a message. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Let's hear you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, your name and where you are calling from.
Yeah, my name is Samson Mason. I'm calling from Wase Kutiase.
Okay, let's hear you, sir.
I'm Samson Mason. I'm calling from Wase Kutiase.
Yes, you are live. Let's hear you. Please don't listen to yourself on TV.
Okay.
Listen to yourself on phone.
Okay, I want to talk about e-learning.
Okay.
Hello?
Please turn down the volume of your TV set so that we can speak via phone, okay?
Okay. I said I want to talk about the e-learning.
Let's hear you.
Okay. Yeah, concerning the e-learning, there's a lockdown now, and we can't go out to get credit to do bundles. And besides, some of us, we are not in the urban areas.
Yeah.
We are the rural areas.
Yeah.
Where the
Oh, I can even see from your network. It's not too good. Wow. Even core networks here is bad. Then e-learning. It's not easy, my brother. Thank you. Hello, bro, Richie. This is Legacy. Watching you all the way from Ashavan. I want to tell you, I like the way you flow, man. Hello, Richie. You just hit the nail right on the head. Can these so-called scientists have in this country produced vaccines to conquer the pandemic? Yet they just enjoy the titles, Professor this, Professor that, Professor Emeritus. This one says that I'm Ansa Emmanuel, student of University for Development Studies, watching you live from Tamale. Most people live in areas where there isn't good network. Also, students do not have enough data to access the internet. Therefore, online learning will benefit some students and not all students. I'm Ansa Emmanuel, a student of University for Development Studies, watching you from Tamale. Okay. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm from Sadiq from Tamale.
Sadiq, let's hear you.
Yes. Hello?
Sadiq, please turn down the volume of your TV set so we can speak on phone, okay? All right. Please, when you call us and you don't turn your volume down and speak to us on phone, we'll be a bit sorry to hang you off the call. Good afternoon. I want to ask the newly trained teachers who have had their staff ID and are done with their biometric and have been paid. But some too have not even gotten their ID. I want to ask the education minister that when will the staff ID come so that we can do our biometric, because we are working without money and it's not easy. I also entreat all members of Saboba to stay home to prevent the COVID-19. This one says that I'm someone from GIG. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Your name and where you are calling from, sir?
My name is Joshua. I call from Nungwa.
Okay, Joshua, let's hear you.
Yeah, please. I'm saying that all the Ghanaians that is comply what the government has come out to say that we should lock down. So up to now, I'm just in the room. So government, everybody to comport, and we pray that may the Almighty God will help us, but we should be able to fight this COVID-19 virus to go away.
All right.
They shouldn't take arrogance. They shouldn't take arrogance to be out. What they call in the outside and the town to be roaming in the house. No.
Thank you. Thank you. I think you are right. This is where I think we'll pick one last call, then that will be done for the phone calls. I'm someone from GIJ. The online thing is annoying. Where some of us are, there is no proper network, and besides, they ends providing us with data. But this lecturer comes, download Google Classroom, download Telegram and stuff. Most of this are annoying. Zoom this, Zoom that. What should we use the data to Zoom? Some of us, to the version of our phone, doesn't even understand these apps. Yet when we are explaining, some lecturers doesn't even get that. GIJ is suffering. I wish a member of the management listens to this. It's not helping. So GIJ, please, every institution, think of humanity first. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you are calling from?
Good afternoon. My name is Isaac Milton, calling from Achimota Hospital.
Achimota Hospital. Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah. You asked the guest in your video if the professor and the students that are into the sciences can be able to come up with a vaccine.
Yes.
To be able to help the
yes.
To help cure the virus that is affecting the whole world.
Yes.
What I think is happening in the country is the professors and some people in authority, they just look for people who are affiliated to some high-ranked people in the country. There are some students who are very brilliant in the country, but because they don't have any connection to high authorities, so even if they can be able to contribute into the country for good things to come out, it becomes difficult for them to get that opportunity.
All right, thank you very much. That's the last call. All the messages you have sent, I'll do my best to read it in just 3 minutes so that he can wrap up for us. Please, no calls again. Thank you so much. Good afternoon. I must say, Nketia looks good like he does always. I would like to state that the idea of government to roll out the e-learning is very ingenious, except that it is being rolled out without considering the students supposed to benefit from it. We have to ask the right questions. How strong is internet connectivity in rural areas? How many people can even afford data daily for every lecture? Is the e-learning supposed to benefit every student, no matter their status or location, or just a section of student populace? As I stated earlier, I think it is credibly smart to think of rolling out something like that, but I doubt we have the logistics as a country to carry out. We need to look into it. This is from Umar Tampuri. Okay. Loads and loads of messages for you, trust me. And Nayan is a very vibrant guy. I think all UDS students should rally behind him in the upcoming election. Well, I personally don't trust the test kits. I think our professors in the biotechnology collaborate with the pharmaceutical companies to produce some kits. We can't be relying on China and other countries always. If they can't even produce a test kit, then what are we teaching? If our professors can't produce even a test kit, then what are they teaching us? I don't even trust our educational system. This is Frank, UDS. Okay. Wow. Please don't call the WhatsApp numbers. This is John Quist. Please tell Chairman Nayam that please don't call our WhatsApp numbers. We are pleading with you. Please tell Chairman Quist. I think I have to put this on flight mode so that your messages won't come again. Please tell John Quist. Please tell Chairman Nayan that I said he's a genius. He's a genius, and that he will go far. Nayan day for you. This e-learning will be a problem because not all students have internet access. You're surprised to know that some people in universities aren't even using mobile phones. Oh, that's serious. Some students are not using mobile phones.
Yeah.
Hey.
Very true.
Good afternoon, Mr. Holtz. Staying indoors is the best option, but don't forget COVID-19 will not kill us, but rather hunger will kill us. This is Paul from La. He sends us very, very interesting messages. He says that he's a student. Hey, wow. A student of Takrady Technical University, TTU, virtual library was created for each student, but the library is empty. I mean, when you log on to the library, it is empty. So my question is, Was the library created with no lecturer note there or no material? So TTU has created a library, but there's no books there. COVID, it says that I'm a Subwa watching you live from Tamale, really enjoying the show. Talking of this e-learning thing is a good idea, but it's not going to help. It is not in our favor. COVID-19, don't do yawa. Okay, this one says good afternoon, guys. I think university should not be open for 2 weeks after the lockdown. My greetings to my boss Samuel Zahine and his wife Patricia inside Kaswa. Some 2 messages, then I can just wrap up. This one says that I'm John from Takrade. No messages. Wow. Can the Ministry of Health release the estimates on how long the close down of your universities will? Hello, I'm watching you from Sierra Leone. Nice program. Come to Sierra Leone and see how we are. I should come to Sierra Leone in this state. I'll come. Don't worry. I love my life, but I'll come. I think I should be wrapping up. Okay, my very hardworking secretary sends me a very messages. He says that sorry I wasn't able to come. I'm reading your message on TV, Tina. I'm so scared to come out because of what I went through at La Paz with the security personnel on Monday when trying to come to. I don't have the press ID yet. Don't forget. Don't worry. Pan African TV would get you a press ID so that you can be able to come to it. Chairman, final words. What do you have for your students? They seem to be so much in love with you, especially the ladies in your school and the men.
Well, I want to assure you all that this trying times that we are in, I'm standing with you. We shall overcome it. There's a need for us all to stay indoors. Let's protect ourselves and let's continue to pray for our nation and our leaders and our frontline health workers. I think they are sacrificing a lot to ensure that those infected are recovered. And I want to assure you all that we shall overcome and let's continue to pray. We shall get there.
This is what
and I also want to thank Isaac Jahid, the National NUCS president, for all the effort he's making.
His administration.
I think the current food bank thing that they are rolling out, I think it's a brilliant thing, and I want to thank him for his efforts. And also I want to give a shout out to Mickey Dad and Derek Ochemenye, Mickey Dad of PBO5 and Derek.
Okay, time to go, but just on Facebook, Pan African TV, we need to do this. Nayan Day for you, we day your bag. This is Amu Abuahim Prempe. On Facebook, this is Dela Edem. He says that, do you think it is it's criminal for some universities charging penalties for late payments of school fees will not allow them to write exam, even though I don't get what you're trying to say. Irene N. Gang, he says that there's gonna be a very big challenge concerning the e-learning. Most students can't afford buying internet bundle. Besides internet connections are very poor. This one is on I and Cremedes. Please, when will the basic student go back to school? And we are blockheading. Hey, this one says that from how he speaks, he's going to be a good leader. Okay. This was Mohammed Sabit. Says that stay home and be calm to help COVID-19 spread. Nanama Naki Amadote. Hi Richie, I'm watching you live from Manchester, UK. I love this educative program. Keep on with your good work for the youth and Ghana and the country as a whole. Okay, thank you, Naki. Last message. Hi, Prempe Designs. Watching you live from Kumasi, Bantama. Keep on with your interest in student affairs. Let's stay healthy. This is where time will permit us. Swift Show is next, but don't forget to follow me on Facebook. Go to Facebook. It is Richmond Amofa Sapon. Send me a request. I would accept. If the request is full, I would make sure that I send you the request or you follow me. On Instagram, it's i.am.richie. I am Richie. So it's i.am.richie on Instagram. I would also follow you. Let me tell you something very sweet. Now, Fela Makafui wants all of you to stay safe. So from the management of Fela Makafui, on her behalf, we are telling all of you to stay very, very safe. Make sure that you stay home. The COVID virus does not move around. It is the human beings that move around that get this COVID-19. Crossmark Marketing also want to wish all the pageant members of Miss Tertiary Queen to stay safe during these times of the COVID-19. A big greetings to my uncle and father, Mr. Ernest Amofasa Pondakweku. You are watching me from Koforidia. I pray you keep safe. I'll try and see if I can be allowed to come to Koforidia in this particular times of need. My name is Richmond Amofasa Pond, and if you say a prayer, say some for me. Tomorrow is Friday. Swift Show has a very amazing show for you today, tomorrow. Keep watching Pan African TV. I love you guys. I love you. Bye bye.
Ibi fame chale